Hello, I'm Xaldin, the Magician Master 100, and known as the Master of all Spellcasters. Here to do another anime review. Well, technically not much of an anime review, more like a comparison today. This is a new subject I like to call comparing two anime series that seem like the same series. So, today's review is going to be Negima. My personal favorite anime, Negima. Oh, how I love this anime. Hey, screw that shit! I can't be English. Or British. Anyway. Today's subject is comparing these two animes. Are they the same? Yes, they're the somewhat same series, yes. But however, they have two different stories, two different, animations. And at the same time, well, the characters are maybe the same, but you can't call both of them off character because the fact that you don't know which one came first or which one came second. They both seem to act like they're from the same manga, of course. Both of them, have the same stories that the manga had. So, the only difference is, like I said, the animation and the characters. This animation is pretty exquisite, actually. Not so bad. Pretty good animation. And if it says re-image and uncut, well, yes, the re-image part, yes. But the uncut part, well, kind of uncut. But any case, as for this one, this animation's a little bit different, but at the same time, it's a very good anime. Good story, good background, but however, they have different ways of doing their things. For example, how Negi and Asuna met in this series, what happened was, the same story, Negi trying to become a wizard, just like his father, the Thousand Master, and of course, he has to go to a school to be a teacher. Yeah, a 10-year-old kid becoming a teacher? Is that even possible? I mean, seriously? Well, anyway, I love this anime, even though there's a little bit of nostalgic to it. But anyway, how they met was, Negi and Asuna were heading to the same school. But of course, Asuna seemed upset because, I don't know, she's Asuna. She gets upset over every single time Negi does something. Anyway, well, mostly in this series, of course. After that, Negi, as always, sneezes, and of course, every time he sneezes, a gust of wind pops out of nowhere because he's a wizard, and young wizards usually, lose control of their powers when certain things happen. So anyway, a gust of wind blew Asuna's skirt up and revealed that she was wearing, how can I put this? Well, it's hard to explain without, probably getting into trouble for perversion. But anyway, Asuna got embarrassed, and of course, notice that Negi saw, so she got upset for Negi for that. But the other thing about the series is Negi never got his full partners until around the final episodes. Around the final episodes, he's got his full complete partners. So he started out with the partner of Asuna right here. That's how he got his full partner. Well, one of his partners at first. She was the first. And of course, same goes for this series as well. She was the first as well. But of course, they had different stories, different arcs, and all that. Excuse me. But that's the only difference is. The only difference is the different stories and the different animation. As for this one, this series, how Asuna and Negi met, was a lot different from from this one as well. How they met by when Negi was performing magic right in front of Asuna, and Asuna couldn't believe her eyes. She was so shocked and so, well, how can I put this? Not really petrified. I mean, she saw someone perform magic, and then she was like, what the hell just happened? So that's the only differences between how Negi and Asuna met. Well, as for the partners, Asuna, yes, was the first. And the other difference is, Evangeline and appeared in one of the first, stories. Which Evangeline never appeared in the first couple of episodes. She appeared, yes, in her true form, yes, she did do that, and then took control of girls. Except in this series, she dressed them up like maids. Well, in this series, she just plain controlled them like puppets, and that was it. The other difference is, like I said, the animation. What else differences to it? Well, the fight scenes were a little bit different. Yes. I mean, you don't see Chachimaru that much until the end of the fight in this one. And, of course, Negi, saving Evangeline. But in the near future, Negi's second partner... What was his second partner? What was the second partner? Let's see. First Asuna was the first. I think Nodoka was the second partner. Was the second partner for Negi. So that was the second partner. Because in each episode, Negi usually gets a partner every time. Or was it Nodoka being the second partner? Well, anyway, that's the only difference. Now, for the characters, you see Nodoka right here. And where's it? I have a image of Nodoka in one of my one of these DVDs. Well, anyway, the only differences in this series and this one, Nodoka usually hides her eyes with her bangs, while in this series, she actually shows a lot of her eyes. Yes, she has big bangs, yes, but she, you mostly see her eyes a lot. And of course, yes, in this series she was nervous of seeing men, and this one, well, she wasn't showing that much of signs of being nervous around men. But of course, they became close. Both Negi and, Nodoka in both series. And of course, same for Asuna as well. However, like I said, there's a lot of differences to each series of how they gain their partners and how the plot works out in each episodes. Oh, right, more to it. Actually, how Camo, the Ermine fairy, what he is, I don't know. I know he's an Ermine. The thing about it is, in episode 5, this is where Negi, where that's when they introduced Camo in this series. Well, in this series, Camo was just playing with Negi anyway. So, that's how they met. In this, like I said, in this series, they met in episode 5. But the reason why Camo came to this, to Negi in episode 5 is because of the fact that he had some trouble back in Wales because he performed a crime, which I can't say because, like I said, it was kind of perverted. But he was saying that he was doing it for the right thing. Yeah, right thing. My ass. But, of course, in this series, he had not much of a debt, he had no problem, and he always kept performing the Pacnios circle, so make sure that Negi gets partners and all that. What's another differences between these series? Let's see, partners. Oh, yes, the teachers. Now, this series has a teacher, and someone like a school nurse. What's her name? Crap, what was her name? Well, I forgot her name, but she's introduced in this series. But in this series, you don't see her at all. The only female characters you see is just the plain female characters that you see in Negima. As for, Negi's older sister and a friend from Wales, and that's it. There's only I can count only 3 men in this series, like the teacher, the Takamichi, the head the head principal, and Camo. Actually, no, there's more than one actually. There's also the frog. Yes, that's another thing that's introduced in this series, because in this series they don't have the frog and cat, who were supposed to watch Negi, to make sure that he is not perform magic in front of his students or anybody else, revealing that he's a wizard, or else he's going to be reported to this other school that has to do with wizard, and then it strip his powers and turn him into an animal. They mention that in here, but the only thing they mention about this is he'll turn into an ermine. Well, in this one, they turned him into a chupacabra, which of course I thought a chupacabra was more like a dog with a horse's head. Which they explained that a chupacabra, well, it's hard to explain what it looks like, actually. It's egg-shaped, I can tell you that, or kind of like a eggplant-shaped. It has been introduced before, which that's one of Asuna's addictions in this anime series. The other differences to the series is Asuna has both blue eyes in this, while she has one green eye and one blue eye. Like huskies, wool, well, maybe not wool, but mostly like huskies and dogs. The other difference is Setsuna and Nodoka. Now, Setsuna has always been with Nodoka in childhood, yes, but in this series, she's, well, been kind of quiet and mostly distant. Yes, she does care about Nodoka, yes, but in this one, she's been, around her like, more like a father penguin and its child, and a father seahorse and its, children. That's how close they were, she was to Nodoka. Well, not like that kind of close, like, kind of like standing next to each other, always making sure that she's on guard, making sure, she's, had no problems at all. But of course, in one of the episodes, around like episode, which one was that? I think either between 19 and 20, that's where, she's really been on guard. Because some people were after Nodoka because she had some powers and all that. So that's the differences between each series. Now, each series has its own differences. For example, I will be doing this again, but the only difference is I'll be reviewing probably Full Metal Panic or some other series that seem like the same, but at the same time different. So, if you have any suggestions of what kind of anime I should review, leave that down below. And if you like this video, give it a like, or give it a favorite if you liked it. And thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I try to do the best I can for each anime review. And oh, also check out my bro's channel, Music One Dragon 69. Congrats to him that he's around a lot of subscribers, more than me. I can tell you that. And go check our channel, Music One Master 100, or known as the Trading Card Bros, which we will change our name to the Trading Card Bros. And go ahead and subscribe. It's right down there. That subscribe button's right down there. Go ahead and click it, or give it a punch. Well, don't punch your computer screen, like if you're like gonna pull a hole in your computer screen and all that. And yeah. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.